Now, if I have to think of one word that describes how you feel when you ride an MT09, especially aggressively, it's you become a hooligan. And you can watch this whole video in 4K, just adjust your device accordingly. Now, being honest, who could have ever expected to have a fall like this with so many nice days? Right in the middle of the season when the leaves are changing, temperatures 50 to 60 degrees, and we are getting out on the open road. Now, after the normal extra cup of coffee, I was kind of in a rush to get the bike out. It is such a nice day. The leaves are changing, and then as I'm getting the bike ready, I noticed I must have ridden through well, there's some new pavement where we're riding on Route 3, so there was all tar on the exhaust pipes. I had to get that off. Can't ride with that on a bike. So, a final check of the weather, and Karen said to me, look at the sky, not a cloud in the sky, just a perfect day. She's busy cooking, making soup already for the winter season. It just couldn't be any better, and it's time to get out on the open road. To me, I'm always impressed with once you're on this bike, the road opens up a little bit in front of you, and all you can think about is how can I become a hooligan or a young hooligan once again. Either way, it's great. As some of my friends do enjoy just kicking back on the twisties, looking at the scenery, the leaves are changing and it is pretty, or whatever. But me, I always like those opportunities to become a hooligan. Now, every person that's ever ridden my bike, every single one to a man, at the end of it, I ask them, "What's your real impression of the bike? You know, it's this or that or whatever." And whenever I use the word hooligan, they all kind of, yeah, that's it. That's the word. It is a true story. Our friend Vlad, not the Vlad that I work for, but Vlad from in New York State, he had gotten an MT09. We had ridden together, and he had an Aprilia, and really a nice, beautiful bike, and in every way. We went for a ride. He's a great rider. And the next time I saw him, like a week or two later, he was at Perry's, and he had an MT09. And I said, "Do you like it?" And I videotaped the whole thing. He just went on and on. What a great bike. Ah, la, 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 la. And he did this and he did that, and it's better this way, that way. And I was just thinking, it's almost like I'm paying him to say these things, but I wasn't, of course. And at the end, I said, "Well, you know, you got that. How about that Aprilia? What did you do with the Aprilia?" And he looked at me and he said, "It's on Craigslist." And some people are convinced if you just pay a lot of money for a bike, or in this case, you can buy an exact bike like this for twice the price. I don't think you'll enjoy it anymore. I have to be honest. And I have ridden some of the higher end bikes. I always go back to this one. Now, I don't know exactly what Yamaha did to make this bike it feels much lighter than it really is. I don't know how they did that. To me, that's kind of a magic trick. And again, the engineering that went into this, very subtle, a lot of little things. But boy, the end result is it turns people into hooligans all the time. Now, Luciano and I were out riding recently. We switched bikes, and needless to say, when he came off the bike, I was looking for the smile on his face. And he just got off the bike and he says, "Oh man, This is a good bike. But I'm sure there are a lot of people that don't want to become a hooligan. They want to just cruise or take a nice relaxing ride on the twisties, look at the scenery, whatever. And then a half hour into the ride, that wrist just goes wide open. And one of the things I use motorcycles in general for is just to get my daily exercise. I try to ride almost every day, and I try to ride so that I'm tired at the end of the ride. I didn't get the feeling I sat on a lazy boy all afternoon. I was very aggressive. And I always have to apologize to the people for, they complain I say I like this bike too much and they get sick of hearing it. Well, I don't know what to do, but I was thinking maybe I should get them some nice earplugs. Now I paid a couple $100 under $9,000 for this bike when it was new, and I often thought, I wonder if, like some of the other bikes in my collection, years from now I'm going to look back at that and say, you know, that $9,000, that's a lot of money or whatever, and be wondering if I spent too much. As I've gotten to fall in love with the bike more and more, to me, this might be, very well be, the best investment that I ever made. And even if you're a wild hooligan, eventually the ride ends, the gas tank is empty, you have to go fill it up with some of that $5 a gallon high test. But the road home is a smooth Route 80, boring, and time to get back. Truth is, every ride on this bike to me is very special. It's just a bike that suits my needs so well. Might not suit your needs, might not suit somebody else's needs, but it suits my needs, and that's what's important to me. And I have had it now over 17,000 miles, 3 and probably a quarter years, and it's never disappointed me yet. Now, riding motorcycles every day tends to keep you in good shape, and I hope. I guess we're going to find out at some point in time. But anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really mean that.